But he is not receiving my phone call.
Okay, that's okay. So see, so again, no matter whether we have one student in this class or whether we have 50 students in the class, this class will always go on. Okay, so don't worry about that. तुम्हारे साथ कोई नहीं आता है तो भी चलेगा, आता है तो भी चलेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना. Because for me, everybody who joins my class is equally important, and I don't go by numbers. Okay. So now let's start this afresh. So you started with the word curve. That was your first word, right? And curve
Yes,
means
sir.
cutting down something or optimizing something, right? Or not, kind of taking something away. The police is curbing the monopoly of the militants by controlling their action, right? Or whatever. So basically, when you say curve, that means cutting something short or controlling something, right? So, or let's say, somebody trying to curb his or her temper. गुस्सा आता है, गुस्से को कंट्रोल करने के लिए, right? So, curb is a word that is to control or to put restriction on certain activities. Okay,
All right, sir.
all right. So, do you want to make few sentences with curve again, with the right pronunciation, or with a different approach? I mean, I'll
Uh,
force you to speak.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, car- Suddenly, America curbs the cheap export to China due to the political issues. And
Correct.
second
The,
one is
hmm,
second one is I mean the tomato. Uh, the tomato import was uh, curbed by the current tomato price hike.
okay. Very nice.
Another sentence.
Huh. I want to curb my calorie intake for healthy life.
So actually, carb mean to put restriction. So restriction like
Curb,
ban something.
honey, so curb, see, even if you do Google, right? Google में वैसे ही बोलता है. Sentences, if you say, let's say I'm doing this search right away for you. कहाँ गया? Search. I will say sentences with curb. Okay.
Okay.
See, we call for energy consumption to be curbed. मतलब restricted or controlled. Example of curve in a sentence. मैं search कर रहा हूँ Google में, ठीक है? So, if you go to Google and search with sentences with curve, see, I'm seeing the first sample is he called for energy consumption to be curbed. He called for much stricter curbs on immigration. He curbed his temper. You must curb your extravagant taste. So it is not always ban, it is to control or to restrict, certain behavior.
Okay.
So crime is down and immigration has been curbed. तो यहाँ पे बैन नहीं हो रहा है. कर्ब इज मोर लाइक कंट्रोल और रिस्ट्रिक्टेड. ओके. अभी जैसे कि एक और सेंटेंस सुनाता हूँ. कर्ब एक्सेस स्पेंडिंग एज यू स्प्रेड योर विंग्स. These are examples I'm reading on Google. Okay. Judges must curb his histrionic behavior. तो यहाँ पे if you see, curb is not only putting a ban or restriction, but it is also more like a control mechanism. Curb your expenses to enhance your saving potential. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you know. Okay, what is the second word?
Second word was uh, second word was get cracking. So it means
Get.
hurry up.
Okay, get cracking. All right.
So my first sentence was get cracking, otherwise we will miss the train.
Hmm.
And my second sentence was great cracking. I mean the ceremony is ceremony is about to happen. So that's why get cracking.
So here, get cracking is not a word. It's actually an idiom. Okay.
Okay.
Matlab, you know what is idiom, right? So idiom is a selection of words which, when used in a sentence, has a different meaning compared to what is the literal meaning. So get cracking. Cracking मतलब क्या होता है? तोड़ फोड़ करना. Get cracking. तोड़ फोड़ करो. That's not the meaning, right? It is get cracking मतलब get going or hurry up, as you said. Likewise, raining cats and dogs, cake walk, no, or any idiom that we have learned so far, right? So the literal meaning of those words or group of words is different from how it is used in a sentence. Okay. So get cracking is actually an idiom. That's what I was saying, and which is a good thing. I mean, you have already started using idioms in your sentences, which is nice. So since we are talking about idioms, so let me share some idioms. So basically, what we do every class, we learn two words, and then I share few idioms, and then we make try making some sentences out of it. Okay. So and again, I'm not sure if we have shared all these idioms here, but let's practice few idioms in this class also. So an example could be giving somebody a cold shoulder. Cold shoulder matlab not showing much enthusiasm or not showing that energy. Okay, so let's say you right now what's happening is all my students or my juniors from NIFT are giving me a cold shoulder. उसका क्या मतलब हुआ? They are kind of ignoring it. Okay. अब इतना मारा
Okay,
मारी
sir.
इतना जोर जोर लगा करके क्लास स्टार्ट किया अभी सिर्फ यू आर ओनली वन हु इज जॉइनिंग. ओके. एवरीबडी एल्स इज गिविंग अ कोल्ड शोल्डर मीनिंग उतना जोश नहीं दिखा रहे हैं. दे आर जस्ट इग्नोरिंग दिस होल इनिशिएटिव. ओके. सो कोल्ड शोल्डर का मतलब ही वही होता है. So when somebody reaches out to you and you don't kind of give provide enough support or uh, show a very welcoming give a very welcoming response, that is like giving a cold shoulder. Okay. So now you tell me how you can use cold shoulder in some sentences. Let me give you some examples first. Okay. All the girlfriends I had in my life, they used to give me cold shoulder. ठीक है. मतलब
ठीक है, sir. That's
the girlfriends were not giving me enough value. हो गया. The teacher who doesn't have very good teaching skills, students always give him or her a cold shoulder. ठीक है.
ठीक है.
If you are not keeping a very good inventory in your shop, your customers will give you cold shoulder. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So cold shoulder मतलब some it's like ignoring or not paying attention, not giving you enough value. Okay. Teacher always. So let's say we can say the physics teacher gives a cold shoulder to students who are only into sports. So मतलब basically somebody is ignoring. Somebody is giving a cold shoulder is like ignoring. ठीक है. जैसे होता है ना अब you would have heard about this warm welcome. I went to that place and I was given a very warm welcome. Warm welcome मतलब काफी engaging, काफी encouraging, काफी welcoming, right? So warm मतलब काफी engaging, cold मतलब काफी disengaging हुआ कुछ भी चीज, ठीक है? So that is how you can use it. आज आपने idioms में सीखा cold shoulder और दूसरा क्या था? दूसरा था you only said, right? And get cracking.
Get cracking. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me give you one more example. Hang in there. Hang in there. Did we discuss about it before?
No, sir.
Okay.
Hanging
So
there.
hang in there.
The hang in there. No, sir. No, sir. You haven't discussed it before.
Okay. So this is when you say hang in there, let me type it for you here so that we don't get the spelling wrong. So hang in there is like this.
Hang in there. H-A-N-G. Hang. I-N in there. Bas.
Yes. So hang in there matlab stay strong. Don't give up. Okay. So in the tough economic times when the job market is not looking very promising, just hang in there. Things will improve. So hang in there matlab it can be used for any situation where you want somebody to just stay strong and don't give up. Okay. You went for a very tough exam and you left the classroom immediately. You should have just hanged in there to try your best. Somebody is knocking at the door.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Okay. All right. Now you can just open the door. That's okay. All okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
okay.
All right. Okay. So we learned hang in there. We learned um, giving a cold shoulder, and you taught you talked about get cracking. So there are three idioms that we learned. So Swarup, now tell me one thing. Are you learning two words every day, noting it down, practicing them? Are you able to do that effort every day or put that effort every day?
Sir, actually, I mean, your voice is lagging.
No, I was asking that are you able to put that 15-minute effort every day to learn two words, practice the sentences and all?
Sir, yes, sir. I mean, we will practice it. I mean, क्या बोलते हैं, we are practicing it, sir. I mean, today also.
Uh-huh.
Uh, um, uh, uh, Sir, in morning, I mean, we have practiced it for 1 hour.
Okay. We as in?
So I think I am practicing it currently.
Okay. So when you say we are
I
practicing,
mean,
meaning who are the people who are doing it? Other batchmates as well?
yes, yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sir, me and my friend.
Okay. Okay. So why I was asking that Swarup was because if there are some people who are seriously doing it, you can ask them also to join this class so that we can do it in a more disciplined way. And my plan is that we will do um mock interviews also. Okay, because
Okay.
since you guys have campus interview coming up in near future, it's better to do some mock interviews, no, do some group discussions and no, some conversations so that we would know how prepared we are and what extra preparation we need to do. So you can just check with them. I mean, if they want to join, I am okay with only you being in the class, but it is more with the intent that no, some more people joining you so that it becomes more like an environment within the campus to ease out the preparation actually. Okay. अगर 10 लोग 20 लोग अंग्रेजी बोल रहे होंगे तो आपकी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी ऐसे ही. I mean, some things you will learn by hearing people also, right?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the second part, and the third and the last part of this class would be where you will share one topic. Okay, a topic you choose and talk about it for 5 6, or maybe talk few sentences about it. Okay, it could be 8 to 10 lines, and after every line you will make a small pause so that if there's something to be corrected, I will let you know.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
So actually, today I need to talk about the politics versus India and America.
Hmm.
So, sir, in America, there are mainly two political parties. One is Republican and another is Democratic Party. But in India, there are lots of political parties.
Hmm.
I mean, Trinamool, RJD, CPM, and BJP, etc., like that. So, I mean, here are more opinions and more uh, 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 sir, more opinions and more minds than USA, because sir, I mean,
Hmm.
here are lots of political parties, so there are, I mean, large number of politics are also in there in India, mm, but as compared to America, so there are only two political parties, so there are less politics about any particular subject,
Hmm.
and so sir, here are the social media are using the main political agenda uh, to express uh, lots of view, mm, to express lots of view about any particular subject. But in America, it is not so. I mean, there are there is less effective social media, so that's it. I mean, there are less politics
Hmm.
in USA as compared to India.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
so that's it.
Okay. So, couple of things. First of all, a round of applause for the brave attempt. क्योंकि आपने बोला, बोलने की कोशिश की, जोर लगाया, दैट इटसेल्फ इज वर्थ अ प्रेज. ओके, क्योंकि हम लोग, हमारा स्ट्रगल वहीं पे होता है. And you were able to frame the sentences also, much better than before, I would say. Okay, so I can clearly see that confidence level building up, which is very nice. Now let's come to the feedback part of it. So I will not go into the grammar side of it, but before that I will first talk about the content. जैसे आपने कहा कि there's less politics in America, more politics in India. That is not the case. In US, everybody is a politician, unfortunately, and everybody is way too vocal about things. Look at any social media platform that has mostly originated from US, and people have used, overused, misused, and abused it big time. Okay, आप फेसबुक देख लो, आप पहले ऑर्कुट हुआ करता था, उसके बाद स्नैपचैट हो गए, lot of things, or most of the things have either originated from US or has been adopted big time by US, and social media is used big time, and here the power to speak, or the freedom to speak, is more. Everybody is fearless, so that is a problem. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I mean, we are not here to decide what is right, what is not. I was just sharing a point of view. Now coming back to your presentation or your talking style, when you have to talk about a topic, you have to always use a minute or two to prepare yourself, and then align your thought process. Any topic that you pick up will essentially have three parts to it. First part is introduction or context setting. Second part is where you provide a lot of substance or meat to it. Meat meaning content. And the third part is where you conclude. Okay. So you were talking about political situation between India and US, and you did an okay job in the first part where you were trying to set the context, and you did a decent job when you tried concluding, where after all that talking you did towards the end, you said that, so with all the points taken into consideration, I think the political situation is better in US compared to India. So you took care of first part and last part. Obviously, there are some opportunities for fine tuning that we will keep on doing. But the beach wala portion tha, where you had to provide a lot of content or the meat before you draw any conclusion. That is where I believe we went a little weak. Now, let me give you an example. So, you started with the fact that let me talk about the political situation between India and US. So, अब देखना अभी पहला पहला portion में I'm just making some doing some fine tuning, okay, to make it more interesting. So I'm saying, so today I'm going to talk about the political situation between India and US and its impact to the society and how are people leveraging that to the best of benefit. So here again, we are not going to judge anything, but we are going to look at some of the data points which will help us determine what is good, what is supposedly better in my opinion. So this is your context, okay? You can make other sentences also. Now comes the meat और द मेन कंटेंट, ओके, क्योंकि आप जब कंक्लूड करोगे उससे पहले आपको पूरा जानकारी देना पड़ेगा कि भाई ये भी होता है, ये भी होता है, ये भी होता है, राइट? सो नाउ कम्स द सेंट्रल पोर्शन. सो द रीजन टुडे my discussion is going to lean more towards the following data points. One is, what is the impact of this on society? What is the positive outcome that it brings to the society in terms of employment, in terms of level of education, in terms of increasing or improving the infrastructure? And then the third thing is how long lasting it is from a no from a sustainability point of view. So coming to the first point, where how good it is for society, yes, it is relevant, it is important for the for the societies to participate in politics, but too much of participation by people who are not capable of doing it kind of demeans its value. So exactly that's what is happening in India, where everybody, be it a metric fail or a fifth fail versus a PhD holder, both are given equal weight when it comes to politics. So that is one of the demerit. Second, it's important for society. Everybody should be given equal weightage, but there should be consideration and extra weight for knowledge level. That is first point on the society part of it. Now, politics is supposed to bring a positive change, meaning any political party that comes into power is supposed to improve the infrastructure, improve the education level, and employment. But then today, if you look at politics in India, everybody just talks about, okay, I will promote this caste, I will bring reservation, I will construct a temple, I will fight with Pakistan, I will. They bring in a lot of hate concepts to get people's buy-in. Nobody talks about how many factories I'm going to put, how many employments I'm going to create, how many schools and colleges I'm going to set up, how many hospitals will be built, right? Bihar remains Bihar, Jharkhand remains Jharkhand. So we are seeing a side effect of politics on our society. At the same time, it is not actually solving the purpose this is meant for. And if you, at the same time, if you compare that with what's happening in US, you will see the political parties, they have an agenda which is more towards bringing a positive change, be it in terms of employment, be it in terms of education, be it in terms of employment, setting up new infrastructures, setting new facilities and whatnot. So this is the second part. Third thing is obviously how sustainable it is. Now the question, see, all the problems that we talked about, that self depicts what the end state is. So in India, if you see the parties that are coming for building a temple today, what will they do tomorrow? Parties that have come in power by kind of killing that the opportunity for employment, what will they do tomorrow? So they will keep on finding different hate schemes for distracting people so that they don't have to put effort for building something new. All said and done, all the three key aspects for which politics is supposed to support the society, people, and bring change, positive change, that is not happening in India. That is where we feel the difference between India and US in terms of politics. In India, we have totally misunderstood it. People are misusing it. Politicians are abusing it. That is how it doesn't bring the desired change in the society or solve the purpose for which politics is supposed to be there. And that is where we believe, or that is what makes me conclude that politics is in a better form in countries like US and other developed nations, where people get the right meaning of politics and make the politics to a better use. Thank you. I took little longer, Swarup, because I had not prepared for it. I did it extempore. I think I could have made it little short. I probably took 2 minutes extra. Net, the message that I was trying to give Swarup is, when you come to a presentation or a topic, you'll always break into three parts: context, adding data to to convince what you're trying to convince, and then conclude towards the end. Okay. Are you with me, Swarup? Swarup, I cannot hear you. Let me know if you're able to hear me. Okay, Swarup. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, I can hear you now.
sir, I'm audible,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
So you got the message, right?
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Okay, then I will follow your example. Oh, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir. Obviously.
think of it that way, okay? Because you guys are getting ready for interview. Every question, every topic that you'll come across, questions will be much. The answer for the questions will be much shorter. But when you have to talk about a topic, you'll have to kind of construct your response following this pattern. Okay. तो हम लोग उसको practice करेंगे actually. ठीक है. And when we do mock interviews, that is when we will talk about how to respond to different questions in different situations. All right. So so Swarup, I am giving you a task. Okay. ठीक है. We want to do group discussion, we want to do mock interviews, but if we do it only with one person, that might not be very effective. So अगले class में I have a request for you. Okay, I know people might not be interested in joining this class. That's okay. आप सिर्फ 2 या 3 लोगों को लेके आइए, ठीक है, कि भाई एक मॉक इंटरव्यू करने वाले हम लोग, and then we'll do GD for next 3 to 4 weeks. Just get 3 4 students from the class. Will that be possible? या नहीं होगा?
Okay, sir. Sir, I think, I mean, it would be possible for 1 or 2 students, but 3 and 4 students is not be possible, I
तो
think.
ठीक है, आपको टास्क दे रहा हूँ. You have to show your enterprising skills. हाँ? देखिए ये तो this is what
Okay,
we
sir.
end up doing, है ना, as we get into a career, right? तो अभी के लिए आपको एक टास्क दे रहा हूँ कि आप 3 या 4 लोग को जमा कीजिए, ठीक है. तो उनको बोलना है कि भाई अगले 1 महीने के लिए उनको उनको ऐसा कुछ लंबा प्लान नहीं देंगे अभी कि 6 महीना 7 महीना 8 महीना करना है. अगले 1 महीने के लिए हम लोग वी आर प्लानिंग टू डू 2 3 ग्रुप डिस्कशंस एंड 2 3 मॉक इंटरव्यूज. ओके. तो आप अगले 5 से 6 वीक के लिए कुछ लोगों को लेके आइए. 2 or 3 पीपल, ज्यादा नहीं. ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
तो अगर आते हैं लोग तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं आएंगे तो फिर देखेंगे क्या करना है ना. आपका तो आपके साथ तो मॉक इंटरव्यू होगा ही होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बट सी, ओनली बिटवीन यू एंड मी, इफ वी डू ग्रुप डिस्कशन, दैट विल नॉट बी गुड, राइट? दैट विल नॉट हेल्प, है ना.
Okay, sir.
ओके. तो ऑल राइट, फिर आज की कहानी यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं. आई नो आई मीन ज्यादा लोग होते हैं तो दैट इज व्हेन वी गेट टू हियर मोर एंड पार्टिसिपेट मोर. But with a small group, we'll have to kind of conclude faster. But हाँ, आप अपना वो 2 वर्ड वाला जो है प्रैक्टिस को करते रहिए. एंड नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू कम, राइट, प्रिपेयर वन टॉपिक, उसका कुछ 8 10 15 लाइन लिख के लाइए, ठीक है, in following the same pattern that we talked about, right? कि पहले context, then content, then conclusion. So 3 C's. CQ is what I call it, right? Context, content, and conclusion. ठीक है, आप इसी पैटर्न को याद करके, मतलब ध्यान में रख करके आप एक आध टॉपिक प्रिपेयर कीजिएगा, एंड देन आई विल टॉक अबाउट इट. ओके, ऑल राइट.
Okay, sir.
ओके देन,
Thank you
सी
and have a
यू.
good day.
आई एम सॉरी.
Thank you, sir, and have a good day.
थैंक यू सो मच, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. बट आपको जो टास्क मिला है वो करना पड़ेगा भाई. एक दो बच्चों को लाइए फिर, है ना. I mean, if they are from the same batch, wonderful. If they
ठीक है
are
सर.
from junior classes also, that's okay. Doesn't hurt, right? है ना. ये सिर्फ, ये समझिए सिर्फ आपके फायदे के लिए है.
ठीक है सर, मैं
आपको,
कोशिश करूंगा.
हाँ, ये दिस इज ओनली फॉर योर बेनिफिट. ओके, आई एम नॉट रियली कंसर्न अबाउट एवरीबडी एल्स. आपके लिए है, बिकॉज यू आर बीइंग रेगुलर. आई वांट यू टू डू all those things before you get into that interview mode. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir.
Okay then.
All right, sir.
Bye bye,
Thank you.
take care. Good night.